WWOZ is proud to celebrate 300 years of New Orleans history with this Tricentennial music moment.
If you study the music of Danny Barker, you're hearing the entire history of jazz. Danny Barker is one of the great icons of New Orleans. He was a guitarist and banjoist, historian, composer, band leader, sideman, teacher, mentor, and much more. There's so much to say about Danny Barker that it's easy to forget his actual music. And Danny himself was so humble, he wouldn't talk about it much. But if Danny Barker had only been a guitarist and banjoist, he would still be one of the great figures in 20th century jazz. When Danny played in the big bands of the swing era, he played what is now known as the Freddie Green style. Most jazz guitarists today learn this style, like this, with a lot of fat chords in the lower strings. They call it 4 on the bar, or 4 to the floor. But when Danny was in a small ensemble, he stood out more. He played chord substitutions, color tones, and he would even use polyrhythms and syncopated rhythms. Sounds easy, right? This was the genius of Danny Barker, because it's not easy at all. He just makes it sound effortless. And when he played solo, he played like a piano, using the bass, chords, and full arrangements all in one instrument. Then he'd pull out all the stops and sing on top of it. Scoop up the bones for Henry Jones, 'cause Henry doesn't eat no meat. Bop, 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 bop. Oh yeah. And then there was the banjo. In other places, the banjo was played as just a rhythm instrument. But in New Orleans, he learned what was called the rigmarole style, that lifted the band and got people to dance. And everything he did on the guitar, he also did on the banjo, which was unprecedented. Ilaba, ilaba. But nobody ever tells you this. Because he sounds so natural and conversational, you're not always hearing how complex it all is. So next time you hear Save the Bones for Henry Jones or Ilaba, take a closer listen, and you'll hear the fingerprints Danny Barker left on the sound of New Orleans. For WWOZ, I'm jazz guitarist and banjoist Seva Vinay.
This Tricentennial music moment was made possible by the New Orleans Tourism Marketing Corporation, the Ruth U. Fertel Foundation, the Hellis Foundation, and Hilton. Special thanks to the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation. To learn more, go to wwoz.org and keep listening all year to WWOZ for more Tricentennial music moments.
It wasn't only jazz, he made many recordings with his wife Blue Lou Barker as a blues guitar player.